All right, to our next story. You know, when it comes to money matters, politicians speak vociferously as one. The Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, may be on a collision course with the Nigerian Governors Forum, NGF. Cause of friction is the insistence of the minister on deduction of $418 million from the Paris Club refund from the Federation account. Malami stressed that state governors had no right to complain about the deduction, which he said was money meant for the payment of consultants hired by state and local governments across the country. Now, the NGF is hitting back at a minister by insisting the minister, appears to be working for the consultants. With politicking about to be unleashed officially, the coming days will be breathtaking, if you ask me. Let's hear from the minister first before we say anything.
The governors, collectively and individually, presented a request to the federal government for refund. And among the components of the claim presented for the consideration of the federal government was a component relating to the payment of these consultants that are now constituting the subject of contention. So the implication of that is that the governors in their own right recognized the consultant, recognized their claim, and presented such claim to the federal government.
Inka, you remember it's been a long, long way to where we are now. The Paris Club refunds and the NGF.
Now, you see, the question that need answered is, are the consultants Nigerians?
Of course they are.
Is the Attorney General their spokesman? I mean, because if this tape that was played now was played further, do you know that he insulted the governors?
Yeah, exactly.
Saying that they are making noise. An appointed minister insulting elected governors.
An aspiring governor in Kebbi State.
I mean,
he's not doing again.
He said so.
Now, you see, when you are an appointee, you must be circumspect when you are going to talk to elected officials, even if they are wrong. Because there is a way, the Yoruba says that it is the word that brings out the sword, and it is the same word that you say that will sheath the sword. I mean, there's a way you will have said it elegantly. And these governors will you will tell them to go and hang. And
your people also say things, something like, however big palaver is, they know they use knife.
Exactly. No, but it was insulting. But that is apart. Now, why is the Attorney General the one that is helping the consultants to make their case?
Otherwise,
is there a promise?
You are asking what is his business in the whole matter?
Exactly. Is there a promise that, okay, he's a lawyer, so he should know that, okay, if you help us fight this case, you have some. I mean,
in your estimation,
yes,
who should be the middleman here?
The consultants should look for a lawyer or a tax person to help them find their case. It shouldn't be.
If somebody from the government.
It's beyond the brief of the Attorney General. The Attorney General's brief should be, how do we make sure that money does not go out of Nigeria or government purse illegally? He has posed his case. If the case is legal now, but the way he's pursuing it, I mean, if you listen to since yesterday when he said the radio program, TV program, everybody has been asking the same question. Is the Attorney General a spokesman for the consultants now? In fact, that was why I asked whether they are Nigerian. $480 million. And then, I mean, he needs to apologize to the governors. If I were to be the chairman of the governors forum, that is the first thing I would demand. That this guy need to apologize to us. The way he was talking to them as if they are his junior partners in his chambers. I mean,
Tony, he's not speaking for you.
He's not speaking for me. He's speaking for himself because
No. I mean, you guys not speaking for you.
I think I align with him.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
I do because this issue, this case has been appealed, right? If my memory serves me right. Yeah?
Oh yeah, the case.
Well, it's an appeal. So my question is, so why is Malami so desperate about paying the consultant a whooping sum of $418 million? And he's desperate. I was watching him yesterday, and I could see the passion and the desperation. Like it's done. It's a done deal. The governors can go to hell. That's what I deduced from what he said yesterday. It has gotten to that level right now. That's because I don't see why it should come on air. And he was vociferous about it. Was arrogant. And you can do your worst. This money has to be paid. You guys are aware of it, and they won't pay the consultant the first tranche. So why? Why? And the Attorney General is the Attorney General of the Federation. And then the Governors Forum. Which side is the Attorney General supposed to be? Supposed to be with the people and not the consultant. The governors smelt a rat with that tranche. And that's why they said, let's hold on first. Go to court and stop this. I mean, the Attorney General of the Federation is supposed to sit quietly and watch the court processes take place. And then before speaking, the case is in court and you're coming on, and he's the Attorney General of the Federation. That tells you there's something underneath that is wrong, that the governors are saying, that are saying, hold on. I'm not holding brief for the governor because I'm not even better off. Because at the end of the day, when this money gets to them, we don't know what happens to them.
Yeah.
So I'm not holding brief for them. But this is the Attorney General of the Federation. That should be for the people.
1% of the money will answer so many questions.
A lot. And one of the consultants has even gone to court, a known person, I don't want to mention his name. Because on this same judgment debt that they collected from government, I mean, most of them are billionaires doing practically nothing and relying on government. For 418 million, maybe like 6 or 7 of them share 418 million, and the Attorney General said, defending them. Just as Mr. Solanke said, it should be the lawyers to the consultants doing this, not the Attorney General. He gave himself away with that press statement yesterday.
Well, in unguarded moments, anything is possible.
No, but you see, when you are a public official and you want to talk to other public officials, there must be no unguarded moments. You must watch what you are going to say. Because the moment you insult the intelligence of your fellow public official, I mean, you already making room for so many...
You are breaking the bridge.
Exactly.
The bridge, yeah.
You are making room for so many speculations and so on. Because, in fact, everybody seen the Attorney General last night and the manner he was speaking, as people will say, waiting concern this man now. I mean, there must be, he gave himself away. He gave himself away. And he needs to, maybe that yesterday was not the time for him to have even spoken. He should have gone home, think over it, and then come later. Because swift to talk is not, it does not make you the best. It doesn't, it opens you to so many mistakes and errors.
Tony, but you see, there's a third side to this whole brouhaha. The governors, politics, as I said, should be coming full blast in September. And so they need bread. So they need it.
That's why I said I can't hold for them because they're all in the same pond.
All of them.
Yeah, all of them. Because most of it goes to them. At times, you don't even know how it ends. It gets to them. That's the end. We cannot tell us this how they spend it.
Because you don't punish bad behavior, do you?
No, we are not. Nigeria doesn't punish.
No, it's not.
That's why we're having this.
It's not. That's why we have so
and
many.
it will keep happening. And because they know that they can do this and go scot-free, they will keep doing it. And then Nigeria will expect to progress.
Because I remember in the Jonathan days, Jonathan said, let's save money in the SWF.
Yeah.
Escrow account.
And the governor
governor
said no. Share them.
And
And the same governors came out later to start blaming him that he was reckless, he's this and that.
We know the situation today.
The thing is, the governors are not any better, as Tony has said, but the concern is how the Attorney General came about.
Do things right.
Exactly.
They release the money to
I mean, so what they need to do now is sit down, let the judge, let the court decide. When the court decides and says that, okay, they should be paid or they should not be paid, then you can come out and say,
Is he necessarily preempting the court?
Yes, that's
well,
what he did.
That's what they have
That's
done.
what he did, yes.
That's
He was
what they
ready
have
to
done.
give the... I mean, maybe the check is in his hand. You don't know. Maybe he was holding it yesterday.
Tony, me, I don't know what
Joke
you
about
know.
it. No, it was...